Yes, people. Boy, the Prem is really and truly back. Some decent games so far over the weekend. Obviously, the curtain raiser with Liverpool, Bournemouth, and the occasion, etc., etc. But for my team, for me, for my personal opinion, it was a nervous one before the game, away at Aston Villa. There are no mugs. Yes, they've had to sell players. One of them to us in Jacob Ramsey. I'm not gonna lie. My prediction was 3-0 to Aston Villa. Then I saw their lineup. Then I saw our lineup, which I wasn't surprised by. That's the best possible lineup you could possibly put out there. I was quite surprised Tripp started, but he played out there, leadership role and all that. He seems like he's getting back to kind of what he was before. The two centre backs, Dan Burns and Fabian Schär. I wasn't expecting Malik Dior to be in there straight away. Botman, I thought he could have pushed for a start, but it weren't to be. Burns and Shaw have played many a times together. Midfield, Tonali, Bruno, Joe Linton. That's only standard. Weren't surprised by that. And I definitely, from a few games ago in pre-season, especially after that Atletico Madrid game, I think we all knew the front three was going to be Gordon as a central striker, which for me is not. Barnes on the left, Elanga making his Prem debut for Newcastle United up front. Weren't surprising for obvious reasons. Me personally, from what we've got available, I would have put that front three, even though you could say Will Oscilla could have had a little shout, but I think I'd rather put Gordon in that role. First game into the season, away, tough away day. As I said, I thought we'd lose, considering all things, no strikers. Should we get one? Well, at least we saw over the line, apparently. But every time I'm looking for updates is in the next 24 hours to 48 hours, blah, blah, blah. Just need to get that sorted ASAP, preferably before the Liverpool game. Then we definitely need another striker. We need some strikers. From the overall game, that was clear to see. It's not rocket science. Even before the game, we just need strikers anyway. And we saw is not the ISAK replacement. He's the Wilson replacement. But he's not here yet. He's not our player yet. And whoever else we're being linked with, Ramos, there's interest. That's about it so far. Just keep hearing about the Jackson thing. I'm a bit 50-50 with that, even though I'm desperate. But into the actual game, I thought Newcastle started quite well, all things considering. I'm sure Aston Villa at one point for most of the game had one shot on target. There's a lot of times Newcastle got into their 18-yard box, but it's just that final quality. There was a moment where Gordon, I think he should have laid it off, but he's damn if you do, damn if you don't. He's not a central striker. So if he takes a shot, that's the natural striker. It's supposed to be instinct, but he's not. But for me, it was positive, especially the first 15 minutes or so. The first half, I thought it was okay. Slightly frustrating because there was many occasions where you could see the final pieces of getting a goal in this game in that first half was not having a proper natural striker. I thought Elanga on his debut weren't for lack of trying. The ball was given to him quite a lot. Tried to make a few direct runs using his pace. That's his main attributes. Lost the ball a few times, and that was a bit concerning for me because the transition that Aston Villa could have went on. But to be honest, they weren't great on another day because usually at Villa Park, overall, usually Villa, they give us smoke. And then vice versa at St. James's. So there's a few times Elanga, slightly frustrating. It's the first game, not gonna get at him. Ask Eddie how he felt. Elanga played on his debut. He said he felt he done good. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I think that's more of a coaching kind of, just giving support and not he's not gonna say negative about him, is he? And I don't find anything negative in that game about Elanga necessarily anyway. But like I said a few times, he lost the ball. Certainly the first game, you get what I'm saying, tough away day. It worked for lack of trying. You can see that he wants to do his best and play for the shirt, unlike some others. You know who I'm talking about. Then the second half comes. One or two people in my live watch along said it was soft for Konza to get sent off, but you can't do that. And that's if Gordon is going to remain for the next game or two to play in that position. That is the actual threat. He's not a big target, man. You know what I mean? That's not his role. But you can get accurate balls in and behind the defense. His pace will make the defense, any defense, uncomfortable. See a few people, one or two people, kind of like saying certain things about Gordon, but you can't fault him. He's not. He's not a central striker. He tried his best. I think he made some good runs, but just the lack of not having strikers. I'd rather see him out on the left than have Barnes as an option to come on. And that was the main point for me of the game. When Konsa got sent off, I said, "Come on, Newcastle. Not been great in the final third. I get it, but if you're gonna get opportunity to get a goal, because I thought whoever got a goal in that game at that stage in the second half, late, especially before Konsa got sent off, and definitely when he got sent off, whoever scores is probably gonna go on to win the game, even though they had 10 men. And we were pushing and pushing, but there wasn't that final edge and cut at all. And it was slightly frustrating. But overall, can't be mad disappointed because before the game, like I said, I thought we'll lose. Thought we'll lose 3-0. We got a clean sheet. That's very important. And we're just going to have to go again and get some bloody strikers in. I thought Dan Burns played well. You get what I'm saying? Actually using his physical attributes and making some good timed tackles. Bit of a calamity moment when Burns and Shea were going for the same ball. That was a bit funny, but yeah. Shea got man of the match. I thought Dan Burns could have got it. I thought Tonali played well in quite a few moments as well. Bruno G was a bit hot and cold for me. For me, it's nothing new. This Bruno, he's our captain. He loves our club. Puts in the shift. You get what I'm saying? I just felt like certain moments for me, it's a bit frustrating. Don't want to get at him too much, but a bit frustrating. But overall, considering all the things that's been going on off the pitch, it must be a lot for the players. Especially for Eddie Howe, constantly asked the same question to ease that situation, which is jarring for me. But can you only imagine for Eddie Howe, he must be just tired. Even when he says he doesn't want to speak about it no more, it just comes at him. It's the main talking point for the whole summer, and it will still be until you somehow, whatever the hierarchy want to do. He said it's out of his hands. What much can Eddie Howe do really? Is he communicate with ISAK a lot? Who knows? I don't know, but it's nothing he can do. It's the hierarchy. It's in their hands. However it goes going forward, whether we get strikers in or not. Best for all parties, just to let him go. Or either way, I'm behind the owners, whether they keep him or not. Because at some stages you have to put your foot down and show a bit of authority, even for this authority's sake. Otherwise, all players are going to be thinking they can do what ISAK does, which is crazy. So I thought the players done very well. The away fans singing a few songs about ISAK, you know, but mainly in the game, just support. And yeah, bring on Liverpool. Actually, I don't say that with confidence. Liverpool, we ain't got a great record at them at home or away, and that game's going to be spicy for obvious reasons, and that's in general between Liverpool and Newcastle. Had some great games, great history, great fans from both sides, but this one's going to feel a bit different. Dan Burns even kind of alluded to that. Even the pundit asked him, didn't really shy away from it. Gordon as well had a little smile, even though he's a so-called Liverpool fan and blah blah blah. But it's going to be spicy. It's going to be interesting. Whether we're getting a striker or not, I think Newcastle, our players are going to be up for it. Absolutely up for it. At this moment in time, Kanate, VVD not looking to, at this moment in time, I think they can be had at. But to me, Liverpool are dangerous going forward. Whether they concede how many goals or not, I think they can outscore anyone as it stands. Even one or two rocky moments in their defense. But I think our players are going to be absolutely up for it. The crowd is, it's going to be you know it's just going to be one of them nights. So bring it on. We need some strikers in. Got the point. Didn't lose. Clean sheet. All things considering, got to take some positives from the game. I don't know what you lot think. Love to hear your thoughts. Is that situation needs to be resolved? Definitely need strikers in. What's your predictions for the Newcastle Liverpool game? I don't think it's going to be just another normal Premier League game. I think it's going to be some tackles flying in there, some spice to it. So yeah, going to be interesting. Love to hear your thoughts though. I'm Geordie Dread. Tell me your thoughts on the weekend. Premier League is back, and let's move forward, man. Peace.